This episode of Disruption Nation is sponsored by Amanda and Jeff Whitespear, eXp Realty, Cityside Properties.
Doing, I guess, something like this, a one-on-one interview, and actually not doing it for a job or something.
I know.
All right.
I'm about to grill her. I'm about to get her.
Please don't.
I'm about to get her right now.
Disruption Nation with Toya C. Marker.
Boom, and we're live. Toya, welcome to the hot seat. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, my pleasure. We found some common ground pre-show that we had more common ground than we realized before we got here. So we'll get to that in a minute. But so, congratulations on being on Houston Producers. I got this 2 days ago. This is dropping all over Houston right now. And yeah, so top 500 agents, excited that you're here, excited to be featuring you in the deal. And so Disruption Nation, by the way, if you haven't seen us before, it's a show, podcast, platform, YouTube show where we highlight and showcase people that are disrupting their space in a positive way. Toya's been doing that. Her broker is, a leader in the pack, doing it also. Ija Johnson, shout out to you with Remax Generation. And I met these two back at Texas Home Group.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's where we were.
She was telling me she's only built 2 brokerages. You're loyal.
Yes, I'm very loyal. It's the only way I know.
Yeah. So how many years was it at Texas Home Group?
I started my career there as a realtor, and
Gotcha.
I was there for about 5 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then how long?
A little over 5 years. Don't quote me on that. I just know this person.
Gotcha. And then you've been Remax Generation since
2016. I've been there since 2016. Yeah.
Fantastic. I know that was an exciting move for y'all.
It was. I'll never forget how it started. Ija and I were at Texas Home Group together, and then we talked about going to Remax and together, and then she ended up just opening up her own brokerage. And when she did that, she said, "Come on, Toya." I'm like, "Oh, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know. I ain't ready yet."
What was the hesitation?
At that time, my girls were much smaller, and I have 2 girls. In this world, raising girls.
How old were they then?
Then they were like, "You want me to do math right now?" Okay.
How old are they now?
Okay, right now they're 14 and 16. I know it's simple math, but anyway, 6 years ago.
Gotcha,
okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So 10 and 8. There we go.
There you
I
go.
did that real
She
quick.
got it. She
Okay.
got it.
So 8 and 10, and in elementary school. So I had to take a lot of time, spend a lot of time with them, and I didn't want to take away from them. And I knew that where I was comfortable. I could work when I wanted to, make my 6 figures, and be fine and do it at my own pace. Well, when I made that sort of commitment to join Remax, I knew I would have to give it my all. So 6 months later, I went and met her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened in the 6 months? Like how
Well, I had a whole plan.
Because that is a big decision. I get it.
It was a huge. No,
I got
you
2
have no
boys,
idea.
They play a lot in all the decisions that I make in my life. In my
Absolutely.
world, so,
Absolutely. And of course, my husband is always there. But as a mother, as a nurturer, you always want to make sure you're there.
Yeah.
So, so I went in. I had everything written down. I had my little black book. What my goals were.
Yeah.
How much I want to make, what I have to do, what that looks like, what I'm going to need in order to attain my goals.
Yep.
And I did that. And I mean, my 6 months there, I made over $50,000. I know that doesn't sound like a lot,
right.
but going from part-time, I think I'm way more than $50,000. I say $50,000 because the award that you get you know, with Remax, they give you awards, and I wasn't expecting anything. I was like, what, 6 months? Okay, and I'm just trying to do this full time now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
This is one of the fun things that you're going to get out of this podcast and this show. So, you know, her attitude and being able to stay laser focused and dialed in. We're going to touch on that, and then, you know, a little bit more into, you know, your switch, because, you know, a lot of people start out, you know, real estate's kind of a part-time thing, and it's a big jump. You know, it's scary, and you'll find real quick that you can't have a ton of success being the part-time agent, right?
No,
Yeah, they
you
all do it, and
cannot
they're like, "What am I doing?
at
I can't."
all.
It's so starting out, you know, from new construction, top 500 agent, and then some I don't like highlighted this, I don't think, in a show before, but, you know, some simple, you know, email tricks, because they're important, and it will run your life. It will run your life, and then coaches, her team. We're gonna find out a little bit more than what you're gonna get, you know, when you read her story in Houston Earl Producers, you know. So golly, where do you want to start here? I mean, I kind of want to start on your new construction, and then
Okay.
you know, because going from you know, full-time plus part-time agent, right? And then a lot of people can't make that jump,
Right.
And you made it. So
Yeah, let's go back. When I say part-time agent, when I was with Texas Home Group, nothing about me is part-time. So even though I said I was a part-time agent, that's because I worked